What is up, RC enthusiasts? Back here again today. I have an update on this guy right here. But first, I had a viewer request. Somebody in the comments said they wanted to see all these guys side by side with each other just to see a size comparison. So here we go. We'll get to that first. I'll give you an update of that and let you know what's going to go on with that thing right there. So let's get to this. So let's start with my C14, the C14 kit right here. It's a four-wheel steering modification I have on this. I have videos out on this if you want to check that out in more detail, but this is just more of a size comparison between these guys. So you've got this right here, which is pretty identical in size to the C24, which is the newer version of it. The only difference really is they changed the front end just a little bit. Now, if you look at these two, the original are supposed to have swap front ends. So the C24 comes with this front end, and the C14 comes with this front end. I just swapped them around. So they are interchangeable. That's what I love about these things. They're like Legos. You could just mix and match them and make them your own, you know. So that's the only difference. This is supposed to be the front of this, and this is supposed to be the front of this. Now this has a honcho style rear end. This one right here has a full, long, or, you know, regular truck bed rear end. And a camper shell included in the kit. So that's the two differences between these two. Other than that, they're the same size. They use the same drivetrain underneath from the factory. This one's closer to stock, so that's going to look like what it looks like stock pretty much under there. Right here, don't pay attention to the four-wheel steering. And this right here has got the 2-speed transmission, metal drive shafts, and metal gears inside the ring and pinions and stuff. So very upgraded, slightly upgraded. Both great trucks the way they are. So I'm not saying you have to go full upgrade on every single one of these, but I do recommend the metal ring and pinions at least, because I do strip those a lot. I have tried my best to shim them and everything, but no matter what, they strip for me. Well, anyway, there's these two, identical in size. And what I heard is the newer kits that are coming out are coming with metal ring and pinion gears now. So if that is the case, it's definitely a go for either one of these kits now, because that's not a worry anymore of stripping gears. All right, now let's move on. We're going to compare C24 to their new C34. So the C34 is pretty much running off the same style axles, the same length, you know, the same internal gearings and everything. The only difference with this one, because this is the KM model, which is the kit metal version model, this one comes with a single speed low reduction gearbox transmission and metal drive shafts, metal axles, even the housings are metal, the linkages are metal. So pretty much full metal kit right here you're getting. And this one right here is, you can upgrade to pretty much what this has. You can pretty much upgrade this to what this has. But this comes stock, fully metal. It is more than double the price for this kit metal version. But this, you know, don't put this in the back burner, because this is still worth it. I still recommend this. They still look great. They are a smaller scale, as you can tell. They definitely made this body a bigger scale. Chassis and everything wise, they're still pretty much the same underneath. Just a little bit different, or updated the chassis a little bit, and definitely put a bigger body on it. So I would have to say this is closer to 1/16 scale than this is. This is more like 1/14 scale already. So yeah, that's the two differences between this. And you can get the regular version of this, which is just the regular kit version that has all the plastic stuff that comes with pretty much everything this comes with. But the plastic version of this does come with metal links and a metal steering rod. So there are some metal upgrades. There are some better quality parts that come with this kit. And it is the newest kit they do have available from WPL. So you can't expect nothing less from WPL, because as I've seen from all their products, they stepped up their game. They always like to modify everything and make things better. So the trucks are getting better. I'm going to stick with them, see how that goes. Let's put this beside its competitor, the MN model FJ45. So that's them side by side. Now these two are more close together in scale than the WPLs are. Now MN model calls this a 1/12 scale, I believe. And WPL calls this a 1/16 scale. Let's just throw them both into the middle, because I believe these are both like 1/14, 1/13 scale-ish size. So they're close. You can play with these together. They match. They look good together. Now, the differences you're going to find. This is a kit version as well. As you can tell here, these tires do not come with this kit. This is completely different tires that came with this. The tires that come with this are these ones right here. These are the normal ones that come with them. So you don't mind that. I just have a different rim and a different tire. These tires are from this truck actually. They come stock on this truck. So yeah, this truck right here was a kit version as well. It had a 180 motor, plastic drive shafts, plastic ring and pinion gears. You know, a little disappointed for what you get, considering this is supposed to be a newer model to their D90. But then again, they didn't really increase the price, so you really can't be mad at that. So, you know, it is still the same. It is still not upgraded. There is no metal ring and pinion in here still. The transmission, the motor, still all the same in the kit, previous D90 kit version and this MN45 version. So it's pretty much identical underneath as the D90. But the body is nice. You know, they got a truck version FJ45 right here, which is pretty nice looking. You see it beside this. They look pretty identical in size almost. This one's a little bit longer for sure. More trunks right there. So yeah, these two are, I would say, are closely sized to each other, so they would play well together for sure. You know, running one of these guys beside one of these guys, you really feel like you're running a smaller rig for sure. So yeah, that's how these look like. And then let's get its older brother out just for comparison. We have the D90 Land Rover. So there you go. Now I did say in one of my videos prior, one of my very first videos, that these were the same wheelbase, but they actually aren't. The FJ45 is a little bit longer. It does have a different chassis. It's just a little bit longer, not even really that noticeable. Wheelbase, width, exact same. Came with the exact same motor and transmission kit-wise, because these are both kits, started off as kits. So yeah, they're pretty much the same underneath, just different bodies. Just choose which one you like. You know, you like Land Rovers better, get this one. You like Toyotas better, get this one. You can modify them to be pretty much exactly the same. This one right here, I have the WPL 2-speed in it. I did modify the WPL gears to go in here, all the ring and pinion metal stuff, because at the time I purchased this, those weren't available for the MN model yet, so I just had to do a modification to make those fit on here. As of now, though, you can purchase directly MN model upgrade parts, so they do have the upgrade ring and pinions and metal parts for this directly, so you don't have to get the WPL stuff. But just as a note, you can purchase the WPL stuff. It's a little bit cheaper, and you can mod them to fit in there. So that's not a big deal breaker. Just go ahead and, if you like modding, grab the WPL stuff for cheaper and mod them on there and they'll work. That's what you see under this one. So as you can tell right there, here's the size between the D90 and the FJ40 from WPL versus the D90 from MN model. So it's a good size to play together. They work well together, especially if you put the bigger off-road tires just like the MN model has on it, on this one. Just like I did in one of my running videos, I put these tires on this. It looks cool, you know, they match each other pretty well. So that's what they look like. And there you go. Hopefully that was a good side-by-side for you guys to see the differences in sizes. You know, let's see that against that again. See how much smaller the old MN or WPLs are. 1/16 scale, 1/12 scale, supposedly. I'd say they're not really true to their scale that they claim to be. They're a little bit different than what they say, but it's close enough. So that's what they say. So there you go. Alright, now that we got those comparisons side by sides out of the way, let's continue on to my update. And here today I have an update of this. As you can tell, I have removed the doors, removed the rear seats, removed the whole cab section, so it's topless right now. Still have the windshield in place, I just folded it down. And if you can tell right here, I didn't install that engine bay cover right here. I just have that empty, and I have a battery, a 2200 mAh battery sitting in there. It's actually laying down onto the chassis itself, so it's actually in there good. It's stuck there where it's at. And I plan to leave this battery in here because it runs for a very long time, and by the time I discharge this battery, I just go ahead and hook up the wire to a charger and play with my other trucks, and this will be ready by the time I need it. So yeah, very messy setup under the hood. Not fully complete yet. Not exactly sure what I want to do with this rig yet. As you can tell here, I've got RTR tires and the new C34 rims on it. Now, when I put these two together, I realized the fit was really great. Now the rims, the C34 rims are the diameter is a little bit bigger, and the RTR tires fit really well onto these new rims. So if you're listening out there, WPL, if you guys can make your tires a little smaller diameter holes to fit these wheels better, you'll have a better fit without having to glue it. I've already trail ridden this one and I didn't have to glue the tires together. It stayed together and it didn't come apart. So that's pretty good right there. It's a good little note to take right there. These rims and these RTR tires fit well together. I mean, perfect. That's the way I think all tires should fit on the rims. One other thing I did, so obviously put the single speed reduction box from the new C34 KM in here, because I did upgrade my KM to a 2-speed, so I put the single speed into this one just to give it some more use, and I've got the metal drive shafts on here as well. And that's pretty much all the mods to this. This is a kit version. This is going to be the regular kit version, not the metal kit version, so a lot of plastic here, plastic parts, but I still like it. I still think this is a kit to get, especially if you're a tinkerer. You don't really need the KM version. Just get this, modify it with what the stuff you have and all the crazy mods you could think of, and they're just as fun, just as reliable in my opinion as of now. So as of this update, this truck has not been able to been damaged yet gear-wise, and it's still working great. So that's the only reason I'm putting out this update, just to show you that this thing's still working great with the KM single speed in there and the metal drive shafts, and everything else is just the regular kit version on this thing installed, except for the rims and tires, of course. And it runs good. Now, what I'm thinking of doing with this right here is I'm actually thinking of taking this FJ40 body off and slapping this FJ45 body on it. So that is a goal of mine. I'm not really a big fan of how this looks right here, kind of monster truckish, you know, because you have these trusses and axle links and stuff. Your links and everything are just exposed right here. I kind of like the more clean look of how you can't see anything down there on this one. So hopefully I can transfer this body onto this chassis and it'll look like that. You know, we'll see how it goes. That's my next project. Just wanted to give you guys an update on it. So that's where I'm trying to go to next, and on my next video, hopefully we'll see this done. If not, maybe something else on that video. They're getting pretty close to each other now. So it's pretty good to play with each other, and they're definitely competitors to each other now for sure. As to this was its own thing for being a 1/16 when it used to be this size, you know. Can't really play with that much because it's so different in size. But now we did this. Hopefully I could, you know, manage it and make it work, and it should look pretty cool, I think. So there you go, guys. MN model, WPL comparison. Hopefully that helped some people, and hopefully that answered some questions for some comments that I had down there in some couple videos back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do that upgrade to the yellow one back there and get that sucker to turn into this guy right here and see how that works out. Possibly even put a 2-speed in there, you know. That's what I love about these things. So interchangeable, you could do so many things, have so much fun with them. So pick what you like, get all of them if you want, like I did. Who doesn't want to do that? And have as much fun with them as you want. Do whatever the heck you want with them. It's all your choice. That's what's so cool about them. And they're so cheap that it doesn't really hurt your feelings too much to hack them up a little bit, you know? Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope that helped some people. If you like this video, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe below. And don't forget to always go out there and run that RC.